To keep a 14,000-pound mammal alive, you need massive inputs of fuel. Yet here, beneath its feet, the earth is baked solid. A body this massive requires up to 300 pounds of vegetation and 50 gallons of water every single day to run properly. Finding that in a landscape with zero visible surface water and blistering temperatures should be mathematically impossible. We recognize the giant ears, the heavy trunk, and the ivory tusks from childhood. But these are not random quirks of biology. They are highly specific, calibrated instruments designed to extract life from a sterile environment. This diagram illustrates the core physical threat of being this large. A massive internal volume generates extreme internal heat. But relative to that huge volume, an elephant has very little skin surface area. The heat cannot escape fast enough, meaning the simple act of moving in the sun becomes a lethal threat to the animal's internal organs. It has to aggressively manage that temperature gap. Every millimeter of its anatomy acts as a targeted countermeasure against the extremes of the savanna. If you look closely at the elephant's rough exterior, those heavy, cross-hatching lines are often mistaken for excess skin or the result of old age. This tissue cross-section reveals a microscopic canyon system. While water evaporates instantly on smooth skin, these deep V-shaped fissures trap moisture. This unique architecture allows the hide to retain 10 times more water. This geometry drives their behavior. Blasting loose mud over their hides packs wet earth into the microcanyons, locking moisture in place to cool the core. During severe droughts, they will drag their immense weight into thick, heavy bogs, rolling until every inch is completely coated. To survive an environment trying to cook it from the outside in, the elephant effectively wears the earth itself. At the front of the animal, the trunk serves as its primary interface with the physical world. Packed with over 40,000 individual muscles, it is an incredibly dense biological machine. But its real power is invisible. The tip is a sensitive chemical receptor. Raised into the wind, it detects faint moisture from underground water tables miles away. Once that moisture is pinpointed beneath the dry dirt, the tusks are deployed. These massive blocks of ivory act as heavy-duty excavators, tearing away layers of baked riverbed, or stripping bark off dead trees when vegetation is scarce. Below all of this, supporting 7 tons of moving weight, are specialized columns ending in thick, fatty pads. They compress under the animal's mass, acting as acoustic dampeners that allow for near-silent movement. Those pads also serve as an early warning system. The expanded fat in the foot is incredibly sensitive to seismic vibrations. Through the ground, they feel the low-frequency rumble of distant thunderstorms or the heavy footfalls of migrating herds long before they come over the horizon. The entire front half of the animal operates as an integrated sensing and extraction system, perfectly adapted to map a dead landscape. Watching a solitary elephant navigate the dry brush, it's easy to view it as just another creature trying to survive a harsh season. But the massive caloric and hydration needs we discussed earlier force the elephant to physically alter its environment. When they use their tusks to gouge craters into a dry riverbed to reach the water table below, they leave those pools behind. For smaller species like warthogs and wild dogs that lack the strength to dig, these excavated wells become the only way to drink. Because their huge digestive tracts process food very inefficiently, they pass thousands of whole, intact seeds. As they travel their vast migration routes, they essentially farm the savanna, depositing those seeds in natural fertilizer miles away from where they were eaten. Where the heavy mammals carve paths through dense brush and expose hidden water, the rest of the biome simply follows in their wake. Biologists classify this localized influence as the keystone effect. Without the elephant's constant excavation and seed dispersal, the biological community that relies on that labor would eventually vanish. Every elephant serves as a living foundation for its environment, physically maintaining the savanna's ability to support